Starting off my Week 7 preview for the NCAA for Week 7 in NCAA. I start off with Michigan State, big rivalry game. Keys for Michigan State is getting off to a fast start on offense. They played Ohio State. They got 10 points. Ohio State is really good defense, but I think Michigan State is a really good offense. And they scored 13 points in a loss against Notre Dame, and Notre Dame's defense is really not that good. And they just need to get that. I think that offense could be really explosive, especially with the two running backs, and Baker and Bell, and B.J. Cunningham, probably one of the best receivers in the Big Ten. Just got to find a way to get earlier plays, get touchdowns early, just to start off faster. Another key for them is going to be Denard Robinson, containing him in the run game, force him to make him beat you through the air. See if he is really improved on his passing ability. Just find a way to make him beat you with his arm instead of with his legs. So you got to contain him in the run game, as well as those running backs that they have back there when it comes to zone read and the option look. Players to watch out for Michigan State is going to be Edwin Baker, the running back, Jarrell Worthy, the big defensive tackle, and William Golson, the defensive end for them. I expect Worthy to have a really big key in this game, because he's going to be the guy to try to apply pressure up the middle, and William Golson is going to be a guy who's going to be expected to contain him on the outside as well, get a pass rush of Denard Robinson. Keys for Michigan in this game are going to be how effective can Denard Robinson be in the passing game. Just in case if that run game is shut down, he's only throwing 57%. So you want to see if he really matured in his decision making and his development as a quarterback. How does it improve with this game? Because it's going to be the first big time defense that they've seen. Another key in this game is going to be can they get a pass rush? Can they affect the quarterback? Get hits on a quarterback where it makes them throw mistakes or just makes them get the ball out there early. And they're gonna have to find a way to just to find a way to get some pressure on a quarterback. So players to watch out for in this game is going to be tight end Kevin Kruger, Mike Miller, the defensive tackle, and Tony Woolfolk, the quarterback. I think Woolfolk is going to be locked up, I think, one-on-one on B.J. Cunningham a lot. That's going to be a really good matchup in my opinion. Two great athletes competing against each other. The one big key in this game is going to be turnovers. Whoever puts the ball on the ground the most, or whoever could cause and create the most turnovers, I think will win this game with the two high-powered offenses. I think this game will be won on the turnover battle. Whoever wins that will win this football game, in my opinion. I'm taking Michigan State in this game. I think they'll win this game, field goal or two possession game, one of those ways. Moving on to Texas A&M and Baylor, Big 12 matchup. Keys for Baylor in this game is going to be Robert Griffin III. Can he have that Heisman moment again like he had against TCU? A&M's defense is really not that good. They really rely on pressure a lot, and if they can't get there, it's going to be a long day for them, I believe. But he has to have that day where he just takes over and puts the team on his back and just tells, you know what, guys, I got this, and just have one of those games where he could put Heisman ridiculous numbers up. Another key for Baylor is going to be stopping the run. A&M, like I've said before, has two great running backs, Christine Michaels and Cyrus Gray. You have to stop the run, and just even if it's a big play here, big play, just stop them consistently. Don't make them yards per carry go up and up. Just keep them being one-dimensional, especially in the pass game. Players to watch out for in this game is going to be Terrence Ganaway, the running back, Kendall Wright, the wide receiver, and Elliott Coffey. Kendall Wright is going to be Kendall Wright is one of the best wide receivers, playmakers that we have in college football, and I just want to see how he can make some big plays in the receiving game and probably also in the return game as well. Keys for A&M is going to be balanced. Keep with that balanced attack. Don't get away from the run. Like I said, you have two great running backs. Keep them guessing. Use those running backs as well as Tannehill in the zone read, triple option type of looks. Have them help out a lot. And just stay balanced. And another key is going to be in this game is going to be Tim DeRuiter, the defensive coordinator for this team, finding a way to confuse Robert Griffin, give him different looks, send blitzes from places that he's not going to see him from, and you have to hit with those blitzes. Like I said, the secondary is really not that strong, it's really not that great. So if they can't hit on those blitzes that they like to send, Tim DeRuiter likes to send them crazy blitzes. If they can't hit on those, it might be a long day for that secondary, because Robert Griffin III is completing 80% of his passes. So if you give him time, he's either going to kill you with his legs, or he can also kill you with a deep ball in his arm and his accuracy. So players to watch out for for A&M are going to be Cyrus Gray, the running back, Coriel Judy, the cornerback, who I think is going to be locked up one-on-one with Kendall Wright most of the time, and Sean Porter, the outside linebacker, who's going to be asked to get pressure. The one big key to this game is going to be special teams. Which team can get an explosive play through the special teams, or in the kicking game, who can make big kicks at the end of the game. You got two great returners in Kendall Wright and Coriel Judy. In the punt return game, just find a way. Special teams is going to play a major part in this game, I believe, in my opinion. But I'm taking Baylor in this game. I think Baylor, with Robert Griffin III, he's going to have one of those big games, and I think that he can help this team and beat A&M. Moving on to another Big 12 matchup, we got Texas, Oklahoma State. Keys for Texas are going to be establishing a run game early. They wasn't able to do that last week against Oklahoma. You got to establish a run game early and just help out those young quarterbacks and David Ash and Case McCoy. And also, you got to find a way to get pressure on Whedon. Find some way to get pressure on him, because if you can't, even if it's blitzing, dropping 8, you have to find a way to get to him, disrupt his timing, because he's one of those quarterbacks where if he gets 5 completions off in a row, it might end up to be 13, 14, 15 off in a row. So you got to disrupt his timing and with his wide receivers. Players to watch out for in this game are going to be freshman running back Malcolm Brown, defensive tackle Calvin Howe, and defensive end Jackson Jeffcoat for pressure. Those two guys are going to need to get pressure, and Howell and Jeffcoat, they're going to have to get pressure on Whedon. Keys for Oklahoma State in this game are going to be getting Whedon, like I said, getting Whedon in a rhythm early. Hitting Blackman, hitting Cooper, hitting those wide receivers, hitting out of the backfield, the screen game. Just get him involved early so they can get that tempo going that they like to run, and just get him in a way where he's just in rhythm all time, all through the game. And that's going to be really hard for teams to win if Whedon gets early rhythm in the game. Stopping the run is also going to be another key for this team. Making them young quarterbacks beat you, getting them in 2nd and 8s and 3rd and 11s, getting them in those long situations where it's not going to be a running down for them, and keeping Texas off schedule when it comes to play calling, and having them in 3rd and long situations, 3rd and 6 or longer. Keeping them in those situations so you can force those young quarterbacks to make plays. Players to watch out for in this game are going to be Justin Blackman, the wide receiver, the big-time wide receiver, Sean Lewis, the linebacker, and Markel Martin, the safety for this team. The one big key to watch out for in this game is going to be yak yards. What I mean by yak yards, I mean for Oklahoma State, it's going to be yards after the catch. How are they going to be able to? Texas is going to have to tackle these wide receivers. If they catch for 5 yards, they got to make it a 5-yard gain. And for Oklahoma State, yards after contact, you give Fozzie Whitaker, Malcolm Brown, you got to tackle them as soon as you get the first hit on them. If not, you cannot have them get those extra yards off of contact. So yak yards are going to be the big key in this game. Who can contain the other team in those in yak yards? Moving on to Arizona State and Oregon, the biggest matchup I think of the weekend. Keys for Arizona State are going to be attacking the middle of that secondary, Oregon secondary. They don't have a lot of speed back there, so Brock Osweiler is going to have to find a way to hit those guys, either with Jarrell Robinson or one of the other wide receivers that he has. And another key is going to be disciplined. When I mean be disciplined, if it's the whole team being disciplined, but mainly on defense, especially with Oregon when they run that zone read, you got to be disciplined in your assignments, in your run assignments. If you got the quarterback, you got to read the quarterback. You just got to be really, really disciplined on defense when it comes to penalties, or just doing your assignment and being disciplined in your run gaps, especially because Oregon likes to run the ball a lot. Players to watch out for are going to be Vontez Burfict, one of the best linebackers, Brock Osweiler, the quarterback, and Gerald Robinson, the wide receiver. Oregon's keys to this game are going to be which wide receiver is going to have to step up, who's going to be who's going to be one of those receivers to help step up and just attack attack them through the air, as well as getting pressure on Brock Osweiler. They got to have to find a way to get pressure on him and not have him sit back there all day and just picking that defense apart. Players to watch out for in this game are going to be Josh Huff, the wide receiver, John Boyett, and Cliff Harris in the secondary, the safety and the corner, and Cliff Harris, and DeAnthony Thomas, the true freshman, is really coming on strong. He's going to be getting a lot of snaps, I think, because of the fact that Michael James is not going to be playing in this game. I'm gonna pick Oregon. I think they just have too much speed for this team, and I think it's gonna be close at first, but then Oregon pulls away with the speed that they have on offense. It's just too much for Arizona State. So I'm picking Oregon in this game. And for my upset pick of the week, watch out for that Maryland-Clemson game. This is could be kind of like a trap game for Clemson. I think Maryland has a good quarterback, and I think they can find a way to make plays, get in running game. But I'm taking Maryland over Clemson in my upset pick of the week. Let me know what you guys think. Who you got winning these games? What other games do you have winning? Your favorite school, your favorite team? Leave your comments below. Subscribe to the top of the page, and talk to you guys later.